So what the hell was that sound? Well, I'm about to explain it. But first, we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that. And we need to get rid of that. Think, oh, turn that down. Turn this up. Okay. Yeah, so we have these main oscillators. The only thing you need to worry about right now are the oscillators. So oscillator 1 is set for 8 foot on a triangle wave. Oscillator 2 is set for 4 foot, also on that triangle wave. Oscillator 3 is set for 8 foot on a pulse width, and oscillator 4 is set for 2 foot on a square. And those are the main sounds. So now if I get my little arpeggiator going, it's just doing that. That sounds a lot like the sound I was making. And that's the core of it, really. And all it is an arpeggiator randomly going off, and these don't really matter. I can move these around and it doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, that rate is important though. So that's the rate. Now here's where it gets interesting. I have this oscillator being affected by U, which is affected by U. It's a little triangle out on this LFO. So you have the big LFO, this small LFO, and the oscillators. This is actually a fifth oscillator. So this LFO is telling this one to go up and down at a very specific rate. You can see it goes off of that specific rate. And it's going to modify our filter. And that's going to modify as well, if I turn it on here, the time. So the time and the stereo delay is also being affected by this. So I'm going to plug this in here so you can hear just that. So the only thing being affected right now is the stereo delay. Lots of things happening to make that happen. Most of them are attenuators and duplicators. These utility duplicators just clone these. So all this is really just one cable. This is the same cable coming out 3 times. Something over here, one cable coming out 2 times. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Now I'm gonna add in this one. Let's give it my filter. There you go. Now you hear that filter coming into effect. The last one I've got that's affecting it is really, really cool. It's this little module right here. This one is the piano key CV out. Essentially what that does is it measures the voltage, power through each key, so from low to high, and it sees where is that within relation to the spectrum. And it's using that to affect stereo delay. So I plug that into my attenuator because it's a little bit out there. It's a little bit crazy. And you hear a little bit of a difference. Slight difference. If I plug it in directly, you'll hear just how crazy it really gets. And this can be a fun sound on its own, just having this. That's what's really great about modular synths, is there's no correct way to do it. I mean, sure, you can have all these manuals and stuff telling you how to make specific sounds, but none of it really matters. That's just how to make one sound. But you can make your own like this, and it's so fun to just like sit here for hours making random sounds. Yeah. So that's that sound. Plug it back in the way I intended it to be. And here's that sound. Isn't that something? Just like it was in the video.